very much. Well, I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Elena Desjardins. She is a learning and development leader with over 15 years of experience in instructional design, faculty development, and educational research. She serves on the Faculty Senate at Westcliff University and leads innovation initiatives focused on academic integrity, AI integration, and authentic assessment across higher education and corporate settings. She is going to be sharing empowering authentic learning through the Student Socratic Metric portal, an AI enhanced assessment solution for integrity, engagement, and academic excellence. And I also believe we are joined by Dr. Barry Sandru. So I am incredibly excited and I'm going to hand it over to you, Dr. Desjardins.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Signoff. This has been a wonderful opportunity to share in this space with everyone here. I am hailing in from New Jersey, and many of you are all over the globe. I thank you so much for being here, and I really commend you for the opportunity to be in this space with you this evening. If you're watching this in an archive version, later on, or live here today, I thank you. Today, for this session, we're going to talk about the Socratic method, a catalyst for authentic learning. We're going to dabble into an enhanced solution for integrity, engagement, and academic excellence. Again, my name is Dr. Elena Desjardins, and I have the esteemed pleasure to be in the same space as our wonderful pioneer and designer, Dr. Barry Sandru. Let's get started.
You're on mute.
We can hear you.
You're on mute.
Thank you all. As we know, in the space of education, there's a lot of transitionary opportunities for a movement. These opportunities are enhanced by the deliverance of deep questioning and discovery through the form of Socratic method. The origins of Socratic method are very compounded by rich, deep, texturized information rooted by dialogue that emphasizes open discussions. This is an opportunity to transform students through passive learning into active knowledge seekers. What does this mean for you as an educator? What does this mean for faculty members and stakeholders alike? Well, it truly means a navigating opportunity to share ecosystems that are enriched by growth through critical thinking, reflection, and what I love most, resilience. When we talk about what modern education is, we're speaking upon the opportunity to transcend and also opportunity to really dive into our agility skills. Socratic method is not just an opportunity to focus on hard skill development. It is also an opportunity to lean into authentic learning through soft skill forces. This is Socratic method. Here in these spaces, we share opportunities to not only showcase what Socratic method is, but also find ways to be able to strategize and focus on what type of questioning yields answers that we are seeking. In a moment, I will share the space with Dr. Sandru, the designer of Socratic method, and he will answer some questions that are posed, these big thinking questions. Right now, I like to speak on the opportunity to discuss different forms of questioning. Being in spaces with my students, I've had the pleasure and the opportunity and also the grace to be in ecosystems of students and doctoral levels, graduate levels, undergraduate levels, and everywhere in between. The students that I had the privilege to work with, they're sitting in the spaces with me and they want to know why. They are inquisitive. They are eager to learn and they continue to drive out those questioning. It is my duty and service as an educator to be able to provide my students scaled questioning through different lenses. And you see on the screen here 3 sets of questioning. We have hypothetical, additive, and adaptive. These questions that you see on the screen here take our students through an exploration of opportunity, through a pathway of deep dive learning. As we explore, we are pondering. As we explore, we are living through real world reasoning, i.e. those soft skills. Layer that in with experiential opportunities for our 21st century learners. Additive questioning provides an opportunity to layer in support. I think of the word scaffolding. I like to use the word scaffolding because within this space, we not only provide opportunity for evidence, but also provide opportunity to enhance counterpoints or refinements for our students. Additionally, adaptive questioning allows for an opportunity for the difficulty to be tested, to direction of our students to be requested, and also to provide these deep dive inquiry-based learning sessions. Socratic, it's not just about questioning. It's providing spaces for our students to build as a student, but also build as a subject matter expert or soon to be subject matter expert. It is the opportunity to sit in 2 spaces, learning those hard skills, but also navigating through a soft skill pathway development. It is through Socratic method that we are operationalizing these tasks for our students. Finding ways to increase or to empower faculty members is a fantastic segue to be able to create ecosystems that create balance. These balance opportunities allow our students to see real life experiences. And through these real life experiences, we as faculty members are facilitators of their knowledge. I've been teaching a long time, more than 1 decade, possibly 2. And through my time and my experience as an educator, I've really learned that my job is not just to teach in the classroom. My job is to be a facilitator of their learning, to provide a safe space in the classroom or remote, wherever it may be, where students have the ability to think, to explore, and to ponder. And that is Socratic method. We have opportunities to develop student thinking that allows for mentorship. That mentorship can provide opportunities for growth. There is a saying, going from good to great. And I think of that often, a lot. And I often wonder how I can create opportunities for my students in the classroom that offers them a catalyst for growth. We have to, 1, meet our students with the opportunity for them to wonder, but also meet our students the opportunity to provide deep ingrained tenacity skills. And these tenacity skills they'll use in the real world. They'll use through experiential learning and development. So as we think about the word Socratic, and as we're able to create a connection from Socratic in the traditional sense to Socratic in the classroom, words often that come to mind are integrity and expression. We have to find ways as an educator, as stakeholders involved in this process to strengthen academic practice through the opportunity to dive into academic integrity protocols, to scaffold learning structure that supports the students holistically through academic writing, reading, and oral skills. We are providing these pathways to our students that are not only holistic, but also supportive in a way that enhances their current and soon-to-be subject matter expert fields. We're fostering confidence in scholarly expression. And what this really means is this: being in the educational space, we're not only highlighting social and emotional learning, we're also highlighting that hard skill development in our classrooms. We're building resistance through adaptability and critical thought. As a subject matter expert, my skills are not only tested in the hard skills, they're also tested in my ability to have great coping mechanism skills, but also to provide the ability to problem solve. These skills extend beyond the four walls of the classroom. They extend to the inner workings of the 21st century world, filled with technological advancements. We want to be able to support our students through lifelong skill development. This is Socratic Method. Confidence in voice and perspective and comprehension through oral communication is key. We are preparing our students to be adaptable in working through hard skill development, but also provide them with coping skills that enable them to be resilient. It is through resilience that they are gaining best practices. It is through resilience that they're gaining the ability to have professional success. A dialogue for discovery, deep, rich thinking. This is Socratic Method. Providing collaborative spaces that enhance the ability for authentic inquiry, for scalable opportunities, to create a space that's personalized, but also structured. Creating collaborative learning environments that enhance technological skills, but also are infused by human-centered thinking. In a moment, we'll have an opportunity to hear from the developer of Socratic Method. And in this moment here, we want to provide a lasting impact for our students. Providing this lasting impact for our students across the ecosystem not only provides them the ability to have engagement skills, but also has the ability to provide mentorship skills.
Dr. Desjardins, I apologize. There's a box that's very distracting at the bottom of your screen. Is it possible to remove that?
Yes, I hit it. Can you still see it?
I can see.
Yes, I think we have a student in the bottom right-hand corner, and then we have an app Zoom.
I don't see it on my side.
Okay.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone?
Okay.
Okay, I don't see it on. Thank you,
sorry.
Dr.
Whatever
Cannon.
you did, that you worked your magic. Thank you very much, Dr.
There you go, Dr. Signa. Thank you. So here we go. Academic ecosystem.
You've muted again, Dr. Desjardins.
I'm going to lean into our wonderful developer, Dr. Barry Sandrew. Dr. Barry Sandrew, how are you this evening?
Good.
Fantastic. Architectural design builder, genius of the Socratic Metric. I have a couple of questions for you, Dr. Sandrew. I'll start with the first question. And I think, use this as a catapult to, move forward in any which way you like in terms of the answer. But I think this question really hits home. What inspired you? And what inspired the creation of the Socratic Metric portal? How was the origin connected to transforming student learning and faculty support?
Well, first of all, thanks for inviting me to your presentation, and I appreciate everyone joining this breakout. The Socratic Metric portal grew directly out of my background as a cognitive neuroscientist. The idea came from really a simple realization. Traditional assessments, that is, essays and discussion boards, they no longer measure authentic learning. Today, in our AI-driven world, students can easily outsource their thinking to ChatGPT or other tools. The result is what I call the illusion of learning. It looks like understanding and comprehension, but it really isn't. And what's missing is authenticity, a professor's ability to actually hear their student think in real time, to hear students generate an idea, articulate it, and refine it as they go along. It's what every educator wants. But how do you get there? And more important, how do you scale it across an entire class? Well, neuroscience rather, has shown us for decades that when we speak and produce information aloud, which is what we call the generation and production effects in neuroscience, we activate or recruit multiple neural pathways. And the more neural pathways we drive, the stronger are the memory traces we create in our brain. It's like giving the brain more handles to grab onto when recalling that information later. I mean, this all makes intuitive sense, but it's based on real data. That's what the Socratic Metric portal executes. It transforms that foundational neuroscientific principle into a practical system of learning and assessment at scale. And the Socratic Metric is now protected by 3 US patents with a 4th pending. This is how it works. Students don't just submit a single answer and move on like a DQ. They receive iterative feedback from the system. They get prompts and suggestions that encourage them to revisit their ideas and to strengthen their reasoning and to truly own their understanding. At the same time, their communication skills, which is especially valuable for students who aren't native English speakers, and that's very important, especially at Westcliff. The faculty benefit too. Instead of grading essays that might have been generated by AI, they can actually hear their students' authentic voices and track how their thinking evolves because everything the students do is recorded. Put simply, the portal is a secure, scalable way to bring these neuroscience-based methods into classrooms, universities, and eventually professional training environments. Hope that answers the
Dr.
question.
Sandrew, that is a great answer, and more, Dr. Sandrew. You know what I hear when you're speaking, I hear a little bit about neuroplasticity. Does that play a role in the process or the inspiration behind your creation of Socratic Metric?
Well, neuroplasticity is important because the more input to those neurotraces, the stronger those traces become. And that's called neuroplasticity. The more the connections are firmly placed, and the same is true with when you read something aloud, you're actually involving many more parts of the brain than if you read silently, and there are many different aspects to the development of verbal speech, and there's a lot of mechanisms that come into play that reinforce what you're learning much more than if you're reading silently.
Absolutely, Dr. Sandrew. And I was hoping that you brought that into context because, as we know, this fabulous portal and tool provides students different modalities to learn, grow, prosper, and gain skill bank information. My last question here is, what impact do you hope the portal will have on the future? This could be in terms of teaching and learning or just in the business sector.
My hope is that the Socratic Metric portal helps restore trust and authenticity in education, and that's paramount in my mind. Students will be evaluated not on what they can copy or cut and paste, but on what they can think, articulate, and improve upon in their own words. For faculty, it offers something new, a genuine window into how students think, where they struggle, and how they can be better supported. Over time, this process raises the baseline of critical thinking and communication skills across the entire institution. And those skills, the ability to listen, think, and speak clearly under pressure, carry directly into a student's future in terms of interviews, careers, and leadership. That's a soft skill that comes with Socratic Metric. And beyond higher education, this approach works anywhere authenticity matters in law, medicine, business, compliance, workforce training, anywhere thinking on your feet counts. But before I finish, I want to thank you again for inviting me to your SOAR's presentation. And I want to also thank Dr. Anthony Lee, president of Westcliff University. His vision and his support made the Socratic Metric possible. Westcliff has been a perfect proving ground, a place where entrepreneurship and education intersect. Together, we've shown that higher education can lead innovation, not just chase it. In short, the Socratic Metric isn't just about better assessments. It's about preserving authentic learning, deepening engagement, and preparing students to think and speak for themselves in a world transformed by AI.
Dr. Sandro, thank you so much for this. And thank you for your vision, your leadership, your guidance. This is the future right here.
Thank you so
As we
much
heard-
to both of
Thank you.
you. I apologize, but we are at time. We need to move on to any questions and answers for about 30 seconds, really. I have checked the chat. I do see a question. As a student, I have a lot of feedback and I don't feel heard, is one comment. Another student says, why do students have to read the feedback again to the system?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for the comments that are in the chat box. You know, Socratic Metric provides an opportunity for growth. And through the process of iterations, through the process of development, through the process of adhering to the ability to process through information, to gain those coping skills that Dr. Sandra was talking about, to have adaptability and tenacity, we have to continue to practice. Practice may not always lean into perfection, but practice increases someone's skill bank. What do you think about this, Dr. Sandro?
Yeah, it's all basic, the basic concept. When you read it, you incorporate it, you engage with it. And if because you have to read both the questions and the feedback, you are totally 100% engaged. It's almost impossible not to learn in this environment.
Thank you, Dr. Sandra. And I know we're pressed for time, Dr. Cannon and Dr. Signoff. I thoroughly appreciate the opportunity to share the space with such defined faculty members. And I thank you for the opportunity to showcase such a powerful tool, but also it's much bigger than that. This is 21st century learning. Thank you so much.